Welcome back, traders. My name is Manuel Fonseca. Welcome to Smart Habits. In today's video, we're gonna see personal finances. So basics that every trader must understand. So we're gonna see why personal finances matters in trading. And this is what we're gonna learn today. So trading performance is affected by the life structure. When a personal finances are disorganized, we as traders, we feel urgent because we need the money or any different other reasons. Losses feel threatening, decisions become emotional, and good trading starts with financial stability. I'm gonna just let you know that before creating this channel, all of this, or getting better at my strategy, I had personal debts that I have to extinguish first because I wasn't enough calm with myself in order to create this because I didn't feel that I was being coherent with you and neither with myself. So that coherence grows on time as I was eliminating all that debt I had. So my trading during those years was not the best. I have some wins and some losses, especially losses. And this that I'm just describing for you is what I actually felt because I thought that trading will take me out from the debt, which it didn't. And I had a horrible feeling or fear of losing the money I was investing. And of course, most of my decisions became emotional because I need the money personally. That was my case. So I'm gonna show you why organizing yourself is so important. I have the personal finances are the basis or the foundation for a healthy trading. The biggest misunderstanding. So most traders think that finance and trading are separate and they are not. Your financial situation affects risk tolerance, patience, emotional control, trade selection, and you trade differently when money feels scarce. So once you understand this, you start seeing trading as a different thing, right? Remember that trading is just a high paid skill, right? Which is learning how to manage capital or money to make it grow consistently during a period of time. But if you're not able to do that with your own profession or with your normal daily life or the skills that you have to survive in the society, I guarantee you that trading won't make you better. I have known some examples of other traders, which are content creators mostly, and they didn't have that balance or that management of their personal finances. And trading helped them expose themselves to more money. But unfortunately, their personal finances lacked a lot in that time. And if you have money, I mean, the bigger the money, I mean, the bigger the amount of money, the bigger the amount of the problem. So I'm gonna share with you some basics to bear in mind. So basic number one, separate trading money from life money. So never trade money you need to survive. This is key. Trading capital should be separated from living expenses, be considered risk capital, and not be emotionally needed. When you have your living expenses separated from trading, you will feel yourself under control of your own life. When you have all your budget already separate from this, because this is just a skill you have to develop, a new ability that you have to learn. So just understand that the money that you put on this profession is the money that are making you better to develop this skill or to grow your capital. Never ever use the money you have for your living expenses to trade. Otherwise, you will be in severe extreme pressure, right? And don't take me wrong, some people do so well when they have this horrible pressure on their shoulders and they make it, right? I mean, you can do it if you have anything to lose. If you are with your parents or you don't mind to lose what you have, or it's okay for certain type of people that are risk that their risk tolerance is so high. Personally, it doesn't work for me because when I was in that situation in which I was with, it was minus my balance sheet, let's say, I had a tremendous debt and I didn't have money to invest properly on this profession. I was super stressed and my trading wasn't the best. Now, if you're from the other team, do it, my friend. And I hope you the best. You know, I wish you the best. I hope you do well on that, right? Now, this is considered risk capital, definitely, because this is money that you put on the market and you may lose all of it, right? While you're getting better at your skill. And you and if you need the money emotionally, this becomes like a casino. So you put the money in the market, thinking that you're a professional, and then you need to take that money back to you. But there is a great chance you may lose it, right? So if trading money feels essential, execution will solve. This is the basic number two. So understand your monthly expenses. And this is largely reduces pressure. Every trader should know fixed expenses, variable expenses, minimum monthly needs. And with this is when you create a budget on yourself, right? If you need a video, which I explained to you how to organize yourself in budget or how to do a personal budget, don't doubt and write it there in the comments because I will be so glad to help you with that. I need to be really honest. I have told you in this video and in previous one that I wasn't dead. And it was because I did poor financial decisions. But one of the things that I learned during that debt period was that I understood how to make a personal budget. And that was paramount for my personal lives because once I understood that I would never be in that position again because I will understand the magic of having a budget. So I did the exercise of which were my fixed expenses, how much amount of money I used for that, which were the variable expenses, and what were some of the expenses I had that I have to cut in order to get out from the debt. And as well, I made an exercise of knew what were my minimum monthly needs. That sometimes I spend more money, for example, in a hobby that I had, or probably with the person I was in that moment, right? Like the girlfriend I had in that moment. So reducing that budget makes you have that clarity and feel yourself in control of your life. Even if you're in debt, if you're doing something to get out from it, give you certain meaning to your life because you understand. Unfortunately, it's not the best purpose, but at least it's the one that will put you ahead from other people. Now, uncertainty about expenses creates unnecessary stress. And this is something that I don't think we as traders need at the moment of executing orders. Now, the basic number three is realistic expectations. So trading is monthly salary replacement, right? Or unrealistic goals create over trading, oversizing, emotional swings, and that is super damageable for your psyche, okay? Or for your psychology as a trader. Professional traders think in probabilities, long-term performance, and process, not in something that I've been understanding through this time, and also that it took me a while to realize. It was that when I started feeling very happy when I had positive trade or identifying myself with the losing trade, that was a sign of how mature I was in terms of trading execution, right? Because I used to post the winning trade, but not the losing ones, right? Because that gave me a sense of importance that I was doing something really difficult that some other people probably wasn't doing at that time, right? At least that was the lie that I was telling to myself. So one of the three dots that I'm describing here is the emotional swings because that I had emotional swings with when that happened, right? And that was the one that cost me the most because of course I did overtrade and I did oversize most of my orders, right? But after being on the ground, or in this path, I understood that the key thing here is the performance. I mean, the quality of the execution will determine the result of the trades. And as I'm saying, it's taking me a while because it's still doing it because I'm on that process of having a perfect execution during a long period of time in order to see the results, evaluating and keep going with. So having realistic expectations about this profession help you understand if you are ready for this and if you really want to do this for your life. Because if you have zero knowledge about trading, but you want to be billionaire in 6 months, I don't want to say it's impossible because I'm not the type of person. But at least in the month 3 or 2, you would realize that that's not as easy as maybe you thought through 2 or 3 months before that. So thinking long term, I think is paramount for this profession, and probably that's something that hold me back here because when I started this stuff, I thought if I did a professional career, which I had for 6 years, why not to do, or why not to give 5 years to this trading to see if there has some results in my life? And that's long-term thing from my point of view. Now, the basic number four is risk comes after stability. And this is paramount, my friends, and really important. Risk should reflect your financial situation. If finances are unstable, risk must be smaller, expectation must be lower, patience must be higher. And I highlight these 3 points because, as I said to you, I started doing trading without debt. Then I was in incredible debt because I thought it was wise investment. But in that moment, I realized I was not able to oversize that much my orders because I didn't have enough money to trade, right? I also understood that my path would be or longer than other people because if you start this thing with that, you start from minus something. If you're a millennial like me, it means that you are like from the 90s, 2000, and you have a background which is you have a parents or at least family members who support you. They a great effort to put you in break even. Let's drop in these terms. It means you have serious difficulties to keep up in life, understand, keep up, you like progressing, having money, etc. Probably you have gone to the university, as I, and most of us like enter in a life of enjoyment rather to a life of understanding the position in which we started our life. So the process of this enjoyment put us in a lower and lower and lower and lower financial position. And this from this bottom, you start realizing, oh, I was much better when I was 20, right? But now you're 30, probably you're in debt, but you want to keep pushing. And that's great, right? Because you need to get to this bottom to understand. But now when you get to 33, 34, I don't know how many years it will take you to get to the position you want to. It's just a process of life, right? As simple. And understanding that the risk when you have your finances stable as we were before, or probably as you are now, and I'm so excited about it and happy for you. It will let you put you in a better position because you're able to spend more money, mentor, funding your accounts, buying challenges, but you can separate that money, that risk capital from your daily expenses, which will allow you to have a better and more consistent execution because you don't rely on this income. And once you got this income, you will be so comfortable because you another source of income, which will be trading plus daily activity or profession. Okay, so high risk under pressure is destructive. So I also met one like a not friend, but someone who was close to my family, and he was on trading and all the stuff. Got a loan from a bank, and he found an account. And as he was discovered, he oversized most of his. You can imagine the amount of pressure he had. He had the monthly fee from the bank, his normal daily expenses, and he need made a certain amount of money daily in order to cover. And in trading, when you have positive days, that's awesome. But when you have negative, that's horrible. And he lost many accounts. And I don't want you to be that person. That's why I've created this type of video. Now, how this improve trade execution? Let's see. Financial clarity is equals emotional. When finances are structured, execution is much better, right? And you follow the rule. You wait better because you don't need the money. You accept the losses because you understood that this is part of the risk capital you have in order to learn this. And this directly improves smart money execution or any strategy you. Okay, once you get this, you would feel much more relieved outcomes that you daily have during this profession. And that puts you in a really, really comfortable situation in which I think your trading will feel much better. You don't feel that extra stress of losing that money, but you will be highly motivated to keep pushing up that ability in order to have a reliable source of. Now, this is a practical step for traders. One simple action is create a basic monthly budget. Okay. Remember, if you want me to help you with that, just write me down in the comments and I will help you to a monthly budget in order that you, they with the same idea, in order to get out of debt if that's the case. or just simply organize better your finances. A clear separation between life and trading money, super important, and a realistic view of trading in timelines. It means the idea that you put certain goals in order according to your life and the time you can spend on this profession, right? And once you have that real timeline, you will be able to confidently to do this. This is not financial advice, it's just execution protection. Okay, so in a nutshell, to finish this video, better finances lead to better trades. If you want to trade with less pressure and more clarity, this channel is definitely for you. Okay. In future videos, I will connect finance, habits, and executions, right? Please, my friends, if you like this video and the content that it has, subscribe to build discipline inside and outside. And before we go to the market, remember, if you have further questions, leave me a comment right here in the comments. I'll see you then in the next video. Thank you so much, my friends, for coming. Bye bye. See you.